What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to work with tighter curl patterns. Now, working with this type of curl pattern is a little bit more advanced. It takes a lot more patience because when you tease it, it tends to rat up really fast. But once you get the hang of working with the curl pattern, it's actually really easy because as you brush the hair, it kind of forms the style as it is. So, but this is advanced hairstyling, so if you don't know how to work with this type of curl pattern, or if you don't know how to do more sculpted pieces, watch my basic hair tutorial on how to do basic teasing, and that will go more into detail on how to do that type of stuff. But this is a tutorial on how to work with tighter curl patterns. You can call it finger waves, finger curls, whatever you want to call it. This is a video on how to do tighter curl patterns. I wasn't able to actually wear the hair because I had to style this hair and ship it the same day, really fast. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to wear the hair and show you what it looks like, but I have a video at the end of me showing you a 360 view on how it looks after I styled it. And I have a picture of me wearing the hair that's a different actual wig, but it's the same style. So you guys get to see kind of what everything looks like still. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and hit that like button, subscribe baby, and let's get started. Okay, so with all my wigs, I like to stack them. Now, you want to take the wig and you want to put it on top and sew it, but make sure you do not sew it too tight, otherwise it won't fit on your head when you put it on. Please excuse my mannequin head. The stand that I used to use actually broke from me whipping all the hair around and stuff, so I'm kind of just working with what I have at the moment. The length of the hair was really long, so I ended up just cutting it to the length that I wanted it. You don't have to worry about it being too perfect just because it's so curly that you're really not going to see, how perfect you cut it. When you brush it out, you're probably going to see some stray ends and stuff like that, and you could just kind of clip them really fast. But at the end of the style, whenever you tease it, it's just going to go up into the hair and you're not even going to notice it being uneven. Brush the hair out really nicely and get all them curls really brushed out so that you can start finger waving the hair. You want to take a section in the front that you're going to use for the bang and just clip that away from everything, just so you can work with that at the end. Also, you want to section another piece on the left side of the hair away from everything because you're going to put that back towards the hair so it stays out of your face. Brush the hair out really nicely and just start teasing all the way from the base to the ends of the hair. Make sure you brush the ends first with this hair because it tends to get really knotty and it's hard to work with if you don't. Tease everything really good and spray it and blow dry it. Always blow dry the hair after you spray the hair with hairspray, otherwise the hair is just tacky and sticky and it's hard to brush. So make sure everything's dry each section. You're just going to start teasing this all the way up until about the middle part of the hair. Now once you get to about teasing the middle part of the hair, you want to take the front section that you clipped away and kind of clip that backwards so it kind of stays away from the face. Use plenty of bobby pins to secure it so that it stays. Once you have it bobby pinned nicely, you're going to take the hairspray and spray the hell out of it, honey. Make sure it's just frozen solid so it doesn't go near your face anymore. Then you want to tease the leftover hair that's kind of sticking out to blend into where the bobby pins are so it hides it. And then you just want to go back into teasing the rest of the hair all the way up to the top to where the crown is at. It's going to look real afro-y and frizzy at first, but once you get to the top and you start smoothing it, the waves are just going to form itself. Then once you've gotten to the top, you want to take your rat tail comb, which is basically your smoothing comb, and you want to start by smoothing everything. You want to start at the very top of the crown area where I'm holding my hand, and you want to kind of just get that part really, really smooth. You want to hold it with your hand so it stays in place, get it really smooth, and then use some banana clips to kind of clip that little part where the dip of the first curl starts, if that makes sense. These clips are like your training wheels, honey. I always tell everybody, use the clips. It helps a lot with forming the curls. With each section, when you get it done, you want to spray the hell out of it. Make sure she's frozen solid so that when you go to the next part of the dip of the curls, it stays in place. Then I use the banana clips to kind of just hold everything in place. Spray it, make sure it's really, really solid. And then once it's frozen solid, you go to the next part. Start by smoothing it. And then you can use the back of the rat tail comb as well to pick out some of the teasing that's too teased. And it just helps with forming more of a dip, so it's more dramatic. As I said earlier in the beginning of the video, this hair is very easy to work with once you get the hang of it, because once you tease it, it becomes a big fro, and you brush it and it becomes just kind of finger waved by itself. If you look, I'm brushing the ends and it's kind of just doing its thing and becoming finger waved. You can also use the back of the hairspray can to kind of just smooth out some of the teasing. You can spray it and then roll it into the hair and it smooths it really nicely. I've gotten to about the part where I want to start kind of teasing and making everything kind of blended. So you want to start by spraying it and just teasing the hair that's left over up into it. You want the bottom of the hair to kind of look froey, so it just looks more proportionate. It looks blended. Now you're just going to take the scissors and you're going to cut some of the hair that's sticking out, that's left over, and you're going to take the hairspray and blow dryer and then blow dry everything up so it's nice and tight together. Now that we're done with the back, we're going to start by cutting some layers in the bang so that it takes out some of the weight, so that when you start finger waving the bang and stuff, it's a lot easier. Now you're just gonna start teasing the bang all the way up. You want this to be a really, really nice, sturdy, heavy tease. I always tell people teasing wigs, it's like building a house. You want the base of the house to be really, really sturdy and nice. Otherwise, if you don't have a good tease, it's just gonna fall apart. Make sure you use lots of hairspray and blow dry it at the very root of the hair to make sure everything is stiff and in place. I like to take a section that I previously teased and actually tease it into the hair that I'm teasing next so that it kind of forms one big tease. You don't want to have a bunch of little teases just all over the place, otherwise it's just going to kind of move everywhere, if that makes sense. If you look and see, I'm actually teasing this section and then I'm pulling it upwards and teasing it with the rest of the hair so that it just creates one big tease. It looks really messy at first, but like once you start getting everything teased and brushing out, the curls just form itself. When you get to the front, I know a lot of people always ask, how do you get the front to look so smooth? You really want to leave the front of the hair out at first, and then when you get to that last little section of hair, you want to kind of tease it lightly up into the rest of the hair, and then use your rat tail comb to like do a lighter tease, and then use the hairspray can to like smooth it out, if that makes sense. Your rat tail comb, which is basically the teasing comb, is the best comb to smooth the front out because it doesn't really take out huge teases. It kind of smooths it as you brush it out, if that makes sense. It's a really good tool. Just play with it and you'll get the hang of it. Now once you're doing the smoothing part, you want to kind of just take all that teasing and brush it over to the side of where your bang's going to be. This hair tends to just kind of form the curl itself, so you can just kind of start brushing it and you'll see where the curls need to be. I like to use the banana clips as well to kind of hold the dip of where the curl starts so that it kind of is easier to blend, if that makes sense. Now once you've gotten to about a section of where you feel like you want to stop, you can use the brush and just kind of like brush it out a little bit and the curls will kind of form with the rest of the hair. You want to take the comb and you want to just kind of tease it up to make it more froey-like so it blends with the back. Just cut some of those little fray ends, those stray ends, and just hairspray it and blow dry it up into everything so it blends. Make sure you use lots of hairspray to spray this hair and freeze it, honey. You want this hair to not go anywhere. The good thing about this hairstyle is that it's really, really curly and it's fro-like, so it kind of just like, you know, it looks good either way if it gets messy or not. This is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Follow all my social media accounts below. I wasn't able to actually wear this hair because I had to make the hair and ship it the same day. I was in a very big rush, so I wasn't able to actually model it. But I did do a 360 view video right here, so you guys get a really good idea on how the hair looks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and with that being said, sparkle on.